On January 21st, 2026, I'm calling to order the regularly scheduled Board of Directors meeting for the Curry Creek Community Services District. All will up, rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Flag is in the corner. And would you care to do the honors, please?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're up to roll call.
Terry Lincoln.
Logan Johnston.
Scott McVeigh.
Beverly Fickus.
Dale Mancino.
Emily King.
And Director Pam Beaver is not in attendance. Selection of new chair and vice chair. Do we have a motion for a chair?
I move that Beverly Fickus become the new chair.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
I nominate, no, we're gonna, for tonight.
You want me to finish it?
We'll-
Aw.
Well, no,
Here.
I'll take over, but I'll just sit here for the
I
duration
understand.
of this meeting.
Okay, committee,
No,
no, vice
vice
chair. Very good.
I nominate Logan Johnston for vice chair.
I second that. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we have a new chair and vice chair. Committee assignments.
So starting out, we need to look at our committees again to see if there was any changes that anybody wanted. So in finance, is anybody interested besides Scott and I? Okay, so it'll be Scott, Bev, and Pam as the alternate, okay? She's the alternate. So for personnel, it's Pam and me. Anybody interested in doing personnel?
I'll do the alternate.
And then Scott will do an alternate. So planning and steering, are you guys wanting to do that, or Scott was interested in it too? But
I would kind of like to remain on that, but if Scott has interest,
Well, that
I
doesn't
can serve
mean
as the
you
alternate.
can't chair it, and I'll be the second, or whatever.
well, yeah, because Terry needs to be somewhere.
No, I don't need to.
Yes, you do.
You want to be the alternate on it then?
I don't care.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, we can't say you're chairing it, because at your first scheduled meeting, you determine who chairs the committee.
right.
So it's just who's on the committee at this point.
So are we looking at Scott Logan and alternate of Terry then for that?
Sounds right.
And then for Centerville ad hoc, that was Pam and I again. And an alternate will be Scott.
Yeah.
So Scott did attend the last meeting because Pam was absent. So he did as an alternate. I'm not sure if it was official, but it is now.
Well, at the time I was chair of the board,
Yeah.
and the chair can sit in where necessary, so.
Prop 218 ad hoc then will be Terry, Scott, and do we want an alternate?
I believe I will. No, I was not. I thought I was the alternate. I'll be the alternate for that.
Okay,
Excellent.
good. Okay. I wrote all that down, but did you get all of that?
Finance,
Okay.
personnel, ag, standing, yeah, oh, yes,
Okay.
planning,
Yep. Oh, ag. We didn't do ag.
ag.
Any takers on ag?
Oh, I'm fine to remain.
Okay. Who else is fine to remain? Do you want to take that on, Terry, or no? No?
With my intention of listing my home for sale mid-year, whether it sells or not, I'm not sure I should be in on it. But I can to help get started. It's just that you would have to find somebody.
Well, we would have to do that for finance and.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
there's plenty
For
of
all
stuff
of
to
So,
build there.
okay,
Okay.
leave me on it.
How about alternate? Do you want to be alternate on ag?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 We got that part all done? All right. Open time, so,
Do you want to continue where you are?
I'm gonna continue where I am tonight.
Okay, well,
Next
then
week
please take
I
this.
will, next week, or next meeting, I will move to the middle. So this is the portion of open time, or anybody in the audience would like to speak up a bit about anything that's not on the agenda? Any takers? Okay. So we have the consent agenda, we have the minutes and bills paid, and the activity P&L report. Just so you know, we're pulling the P&L report, and we'll talk about it just a little bit.
Can we pull the bills paid too? Because it's going to go with the P&L, the transaction detail. Because we are discovering something's missing. So we want to take possibly as part of the finance, look at some of the past ones and see if we can identify issues or not.
Okay.
It's a suggestion, see how the board feels about it.
I didn't see too many issues with that, but okay. Yeah, let's just,
I think one of the issues is that we don't have listed in here the ACH payments, the online payments for
yeah,
some of the
some of
PG&E
them,
bills.
some of them are in there, I noticed. Well, I guess we're gonna talk about them.
Well, we don't have to, I just like to pull it for review
Oh,
because.
review tonight?
No,
Okay,
we're not reviewing the
okay.
P&L either, are we?
No,
No.
well, we're gonna talk about it just shortly.
Okay.
Okay, so the minutes, let's just get a consent or approval of the minutes. Do we have any issues with the minutes? From anybody? Okay, can I have a motion? Okay,
Yeah, 7. I spoke with Beverly about this a bit ago. No, never mind. That was the prior meeting. I think we're okay. Never mind.
oh, yeah,
There was an issue in the minutes from, I think, November.
Yeah.
Where there was a 4-5-0 vote, and it should have been 4-1. But that's okay. That's not this instance.
okay.
Was somebody missing? Yeah, okay.
I think Terry were you missing in,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. I move that we accept the consent agenda as amended.
Okay,
I second the motion.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, motion carried. So we're just gonna talk a little bit about the P&L report from December. We met, the finance committee met last Thursday to go over the mid-year so that we could analyze the figures and go back over them. We also had in our hands the December P&L, and things are not matching. And so we're spending quite a bit of time trying to find where those discrepancies are. And there are a few. And so the data in here is not accurate.
Suspect.
I don't know, what else did you want to say about it?
So yeah, just to go off of what Bev is saying, as we went back in to look at the P&L, we noticed some discrepancies, and we're finding more than we anticipated. So we need to re-evaluate and look at what's being put into QuickBooks, that's our main one, and what's being put out, because we're noticing all the discrepancies, so things aren't lining up, so we have to re-look at it, re-go over it. So we are looking at getting some assistance from a third party outside, because what is being done currently is not matching up.
So
to say the least.
yeah, and the finance committee is gonna meet again on Monday. We're hoping that the mid-year will be corrected, but that's with the problem we're finding. Typically, what I brought up a few months ago is that the PG&E for the water treatment plant was not in here. And so we're finding that one got posted, but the December one got posted for November. And so it's skewing numbers. And then that in turn skews what we charge Centerville.
Centerville.
Yeah,
So it's a royal mess, is all I'm gonna say.
It's, now, not to alarm anybody, our accounts and everything, we're all in the positive, bills are being paid. But there's discrepancies in the input of what is being put into QuickBooks and what is being presented on the P&Ls. So to give it an accurate, truly accurate balancing, we can't be 100% right now.
Yeah.
So we need to go back in and reevaluate.
So like all of our PG&Es are automatically paid, and then there is a printout, and I verified today that every PG&E bill was listed in the list, and what was in, I compared it to the list that we had for the bill, but it doesn't equal what's in the
QuickBooks.
QuickBooks.
So there's, just to simplify it, we think that some of the information that was inputted into QuickBooks was put in the wrong spot. So it's throwing numbers off. So we need to reevaluate, get everything squared away, and then have a better picture, more transparency.
there were other issues too.
Yes.
There were some things that were put into the P&L that didn't belong, and expense out
Didn't
of the
need to be
reserve
removed.
account, and things like that, that skewed the true picture.
It'll
So-
just give us a clearer picture, a more accurate reading and balance.
And that's why I think verifying through the transaction detail
Yeah.
will be helpful.
Yeah, and I put that in my general manager's report of what our actions are going to be moving forward, and I'll talk about that later.
Okay, we'll move on to our regular agenda. Was there any comments on any of that information from the floor?
I knew every bit of it now.
So we have an account clerk step increase discussion action.
Yes. This is a discussion action item. Just a quick background on Mark Gray, our account clerk. Mark came in as a step 2 at $22.28 per hour. Mark's brought extensive qualifications to the districts, including 10 years as a clerk porter, 4 years as a housing specialist, 5 years as a project assistant, project manager, 4 years as a general manager, 9 years as an estimator and draftsman. Shortly after his hire, 3 members of the administrative team resigned, creating a vacuum of prior daily procedure and available training. Mark immediately stepped up, working very closely with the administrative assistant, Emily, to create systems for daily operations. In addition to his daily duties, Mark has also been cleaning up the district's customer database and creating detailed procedures for future staff to utilize, helping with SOPs and whatnot. Mark has never missed a day of work. He has never been late. He has consistently been available for emergency notifications. His work ethic, initiative, and collaborative spirit have made him a vital contributor to the district. So I'm proposing, Mark just passed his 6-month probationary period. I'm proposing bringing Mark from step 2 to step 4, which will bring his pay from $22.28 to $24.10 an hour. It's an increase of $1.82. The annual impact for full-time would be $3,785, and with his benefits would equate to $5,110. We have it within the budget. I know we just
Do
spoke
we?
about that.
Yeah.
We do, because the budget was
Like
set
double
for everybody at step 4, so it is within the budget. But I think that this would be important not only to Mark, but to the district to act for retention and the continuity of our operations and what he's brought to the team. So that's what I'm proposing.
Discussion?
I have no problem with it.
I don't either. I think from what he's done for us, this is great.
Yeah.
I do have some hesitancy on
the notion that yes, financial reward is the only way to maintain retention and maintain staff.
Absolutely.
And so there's instances where I think you'll find that we are going to push back some.
Sure.
I think that he merits it. I think we absolutely should do it.
Mhm.
Not opposed to that. I just
Okay.
would say continue to develop him and
Yes,
push
that's the
him
plan.
onward. And I think we're all going to be very happy with the outcome.
I
agree.
I agree with a lot of that. If we move into step 4, that's the top step under
Yes.
the current MOU. So is there growth for him in the district afterwards, or just the COLA? I do know we're renegotiating the MOU, and, so there may be some room there. But my only concern would be capping somebody out early on,
Sure.
and they have no place to go. So they
Um,
go job hunting.
I thought about that as well. The one, yes, there's the COLA plus the reevaluation of the MOU, so that could be adjusted. Plus, something that we talked about is further training and developing to move within the district.
I
And he
understand
is happy and open to that.
That's good. But we have to follow the job descriptions in the MOU too. So we
Correct.
can't have him take over, even though he may have HR
Mhm.
experience,
Mhm.
he can't take over HR because it's
Absolutely.
not in his job description. So
I'm opening to more cross-training to help with, in times of need when attendance is an issue and things like this. Now, as
I
far
like
as
that.
job descriptions and taking over a job, I'm not saying that, but maybe that's something that they can work into with
There be
further
any
education and
pushback
training.
from the union to take that step? For him
As far as
even to
cross-training?
temporarily step in and cross-train. I want to make sure that all parties are happy.
I don't believe so. That's something I can further investigate, but I don't think that should be a problem with how things are working currently.
Okay.
So his job description says administrative assistant with customer service, computer work, and updating of assessment information. So
Mhm.
there are things already that are in there
Yeah.
that
Okay.
So he
So it's
assists
vague.
Emily, he assists myself, and there's nothing in there that says that he can't.
So here's my issue that I have with it.
Sure.
And it's not necessarily issues to comment.
Mhm.
We had a little bit of pushback when we did that for Emily. And
Yes.
is this something that, so now we'll have done 2 people.
Correct, and I thought about that.
But if you look at the salary of the account clerk,
Yep.
I mean, it is at least $10 below even a step 1.
And that is something, that was one of the points I was going to make, if that was gonna be one of the arguments. That being that because of his hourly rate, even at his top rate, he's still below everybody within the district.
Yeah.
Now, granted, some of the other positions warrant more money due to the duties and licensing and things like that. I understand that. But regardless, he's at 2228. If we say we did 1 step, it's not much more to step for a 4 step. He would still be underneath everybody. So, I mean, for that argument, people could say, well, why didn't I jump up 2 spaces? And the argument's there with him and all of his work ethic. The guy's never called in sick. He's never been late. He's been on top of everything. He's gone outside of his scope. I mean, I don't know, not to say anybody else is not great because everybody here is great, but Mark has truly gone above and beyond.
Do we know what the level is of everybody? Do you have that?
I don't have that off the top of my head, but vaguely, I'd say 75%.
75%? What?
I know of what their level is.
Okay. Is it over the step 2? Is everybody over step 2?
Not everybody's over step 2, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say maybe 2 out of that are step 1.
Okay.
And that is because they just got in the position.
Okay.
So anniversary dates.
Yeah, I've got the anniversary dates here, so that's why, so we have a couple of people that have been, 3 people that have been here over a year, so. Okay,
Everybody that's been here a year, that since I've been here, that has been here a year and had the review, and if it was good, they were warranted a step increase after their annual.
right, but they didn't get a 2-step, they just probably got a 1,
From me, nobody's got any more than a 1.
okay,
I believe you have to come to the board for more than a 1-step anyway.
Yes. So if it wasn't agreed upon now, I could, from what I understand of the MOU, I could still warrant him a 1-step increase.
yeah. Okay.
But I think that he deserves it too.
Okay, board, any comments from the floor?
I think this entity gets a lot of good people for relatively low money, so if you have it, you don't want to squander it, but to complement everything, and it's a compliment as well as take home pay, it's a good idea for the longevity.
I think so.
Just so you know, payroll is one of those items that is out of balance.
Mhm.
But it's in the budget. Somewhere.
Okay, board, what's your pleasure?
You need a motion?
That's it. What motion would you guys like to
I'll
have?
make a motion to give him a step increase, 2-step increase.
Do I have a second to that motion?
I will second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried, 4-0. Answering service, discussion and action.
Yes. So it has been brought to our attention that our answering service is pretty outrageous as far as costs to start. And they're not 100% reliable, so we've been looking at other agencies. Emily reached out to a few here that we see, and we've gone over them. We have Southwest Answering Service, Service Forge, and Cascade Answering Service. They're all popular, provide similar services. We feel that we should contract with a new answering service to lower cost and get a more reliable system. We're recommending Cascade Answering Service. One, it's a local provider, it has the lowest pricing, and it has great reviews from what we gather.
So I did not like any of them,
Okay.
and, I don't know what you guys looked at, but let's look at Cascade just real carefully, because there was a problem.
Okay.
There was a big problem.
Okay,
Which one was Cascade?
That's the third one.
Very last one.
That's Service Forge.
Cascade Solutions.
This one.
Keep going. It's just like cut.
Where, what?
There.
Yeah.
It's after
Keep
this,
looking. It's,
so it's here.
it's right there.
It's the
That's
next
it.
page.
That's it.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay, let me look at it and see if I can remember what I didn't like.
Okay.
So our rates are 99 per minute for each call, with a monthly minimum of 100 minutes billed. We do not charge any other fees or sales tax or services on a month-to-month basis. You can cancel at any time. The issue is that we get anywhere between $300 and $500. It's 300 and 500 calls, I believe,
Yes.
a month. So how is that any cheaper than what we currently have?
Because I think I saw on the last transaction detail that it was over 900.
Yeah, we're
Let me say this gracefully. I don't believe we get that many.
yeah.
Oh,
They also make us call them 4 times a day, and then they charge us for that.
Yeah,
But they do, they send us bills saying we got 600 calls in a month, and our bill's over $600, but there's days our phone rings 3 times, and
Yeah.
we don't have after hours that much.
we think they're exaggerating the numbers tremendously, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I didn't know how to say that correctly.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So our anticipation is that we would get maybe let's just say we get 100 calls. That's still $400 cheaper a month.
Well, yeah, that, if that is in
And we
fact,
can cancel at any time.
yeah,
But they're saying per minute. Now,
Yes.
what if it lasts 65 seconds? Is that 2 minutes?
yeah, that
That's
would
true.
be.
Okay. So there's
Depends on
no
what kind of
part
part
after
it
the
is.
first minute, no quarter part.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could iron out those details.
So the customer calls and then they call the on-call person, so there's the second call for each time that happens.
And how long it lasts while they're waiting for someone to answer, give you the details.
Okay, and then.
So it's not per call, it's per minute.
Are we able to get a detailed list without having to ask so we can see? We had to ask before to get an
I think we have
itemized.
to ask.
Yeah.
We have to ask them.
Okay,
Under this new proposed service, same thing, you'd have to ask again.
I'm assuming.
A detailed accounting of the
Yeah.
bill.
Yep.
I don't know that I like that.
So would you rather stay with what we have and get some
No.
more options?
No, no, I don't like that either.
No, I know.
But, transparency is a very nice thing.
what
Absolutely.
do you
Seriously, yeah,
guys,
600 calls.
yeah, what do you guys think down there?
I know I did not like the second option, the Forge.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That was like my least favorite of all of them. Whatever service they offered is not really what we
No.
need. It's
And
far
they charge
beyond
on
what we
our
I
need.
agree.
Exactly. Yeah, you're paying for a lot that
Yeah.
we're not going to utilize. So I knew that. I was kind of leaning towards Cascade personally, but
Okay.
it would be
Price-wise,
nice
it
to
is
see.
cheaper.
Yes.
Okay.
I think the first one, their flex plan was $1.39 a minute, so it was not gonna
And
be.
then drops after 100 minutes, after 200.
Well, then there's a custom plan, but that was $360.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, it's gonna be more than that, sometimes, so,
Right.
yeah, they weren't gonna be,
Was that first one per minute or per call?
per minute.
Per minute.
Per minute,
I
same
think they're
thing.
all
Yeah.
right.
So,
Yeah.
and this is locked in at 99 per minute
Yes.
for no matter how many minutes.
And then a minimum you spend, they charge you
No,
100.
per minute for each
Yeah.
call.
Per minute.
Yes.
But it's not. It doesn't.
But there's not a per call charge, it's per minute.
Yes.
Okay, so if it goes 62 seconds, it's 2 minutes for that call.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
Are there things about Cascade that you think are beneficial to the district that we should choose them? Obviously, you're having issues with the current answering service. How are these guys better other than the price?
Well, we don't know yet, to be honest. I guess it's trial by fire. But the price is, I mean, obviously the price is the number one carrying
Okay.
factor. Number two, we're not happy and satisfied with our current sourcing.
Correct.
This is a better alternative currently.
With the option to step out at any time.
Yeah,
Should we
it's
want.
canceling.
Have you reached out to other districts to see who they're using?
I haven't, maybe.
Because
So-
maybe they would recommend Cascade or the other guys, so.
So they have a so how it works now with our current service, we call and we wait on hold, which can be 1 minute to 10 to 15 minutes. They put
Are
us
they
on.
charging for those minutes?
I'm sure they are. I
Yeah.
bet that's how our
Yeah,
bills are.
and they put you on hold.
on. And then we have to tell them who's on call and where we're going. Like,
Yep.
this is lunch. Oh, we're leaving for the day. And they write it on a note and then hang up. So I'm assuming if after hours, people are also put on hold. The other system, Cascade, and the other ones as well, they have a dashboard. We go upload the on-call schedule and everyone's phone numbers.
So
In our
you don't have to
holidays,
wait.
our hours. So if Walker's on call and he gets sick and it switches to Mason, you just log in and we do that. No more
like
us
that.
calling. And they guarantee to answer within 30 seconds, they say.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that was Cascade's thing.
Can you ask maybe if they do have any on-hold charges?
Sure.
If they're, you know, obviously if the current one, that's why you're getting 600-700 minutes.
Of
because
course.
We got you on hold and we're racking up money. I'll just sit here for 15
Well, exactly.
more minutes and make another $15.
Do we have a contract with the other guys? So we
No.
can cancel them once we get set up?
Yes.
Any comments from the floor? Any other comments, board?
Any concerns? No?
Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to go with the Cascade answering service.
Okay, I have a motion to contract out or however that system is for Cascade Answering Solutions. Do I have a second to that motion?
I'll second the motion. Terry and Logan show today.
You only hear me held accountable.
Absolutely, that's true.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried.
That's
All right. We wanted to have a little bit of a Centerville contract update for you all. We met with them January something or other.
12.
And this is just a discussion because we wanted to have this here and not down at the standing committee so that you guys could ask some questions and it really be a little bit more open with this. So we met on the 12th and here, so every other month we're meeting here and then there in Centerville. They had their lawyer here this last time, and he's the one that's going to work on the contract itself and finesse the wording and all of that good stuff. So they had some bullet points, and did you have some bullet points that?
Yeah, I included the meeting minutes here from Chris from Centerville, and then I also brought the actual agenda packet that we went over. So as Director Fick has said, we were going. Chair Fick is.
Whatever.
Sorry. We were going over the dedicated contract with the lawyer, myself, the general manager, Chris, and their two ad hoc committee members. We pretty much, let's see. Oh, we were going over the administrative expenses because in the past, they had a formula that they're using CPI essentially to formulate the expenses that we would charge Centerville. As far as the administrative expenses, they weren't clarified in the contract, so that's what we're working on now. As far as every line item and what percentages that we're going to be charging for that, so we're getting that all ironed out. That's still not complete. We're going to be bringing a rough draft to the next meeting.
So just to piggyback on that, so with the O&M, it's based on
Percentage of use.
percentage of use. And so we're trying to figure out administrative, so it's simple and not having to calculate every year the CPI.
Correct, because with the CPI, it changes and fluctuates. With the percentage, just like the O&M, whatever they use, 30%, we charge them 30% of the cost. So we're working on that. I'm working on that, getting that squared away with the bookkeeper. So I'll have a rough draft for the next meeting, which I believe is February 9th, I think. That's the main thing. Once we get that nailed down, we could really get the verbiage down and everything within the contract. It's just terms As far as the extension, we talked about Bureau of Land Management and the leasing of the land and the extension on that, because it's coming up to in 2047. We're talking about extending it out so it lapses with the contract. We talked about the how many years the contract it would be good for, how long it would be before we could revise it. What else? So yeah, we talked about a 30-year plus 20-year automatic renewal was discussed. That's for the land lease with the Bureau.
Which is what is currently there.
Yeah, but it's coming up to finish in 2047, so we're talking about
So the
extending
first
it.
30 is up next year.
What else did we talk about? We talked about the annual true-up of the costs that we charge once a year. It's what's called the true-up, and we'll go over the numbers. We'll have with the audited, the audit, and then we'll talk about the trip of that. We talked about the budgeting process. They want to be included in the process for large part purchases, such as extraordinary expenses or the purchase of new equipment, service truck, generator, those type of things. They want to be more included with that
So in the past, we would just buy what we wanted
and then charge
and
it.
then charge them.
Yeah.
So
they want to be more
at the
involved.
true up, so it's just open. So,
Helps them formulate their budgets
Yeah.
better.
can I talk about the drought for a minute?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Yeah, so when we had our drought and the Bureau gave us 0 water, Centerville was on the hook for 98% of all the expenses from the plant. And yet we know that we have those employees that have to work regardless if we get 0 water at the plant. So they want some way to have a different system that they're not charged 98% of the total cost. Because we do have some base charges that we still have to maintain. So finding that happy medium number is a concern too.
So during that time, we were on well water.
Yes.
Correct.
Right. For a little bit.
The water treatment plant was still making water for
Centerville.
because they got an allocation because they don't have.
No, they don't have any wells or any other
Right.
source. So yeah, we had.
They got an emergency allocation.
Right. They got their
But there,
safety and health.
yes, but during a drought condition, we run the wells and potentially we could turn on the treatment plant with a switch and run water down here and they would still pay 100%. So we were just trying to clarify and have the cost. So it's not 100% then because we're still doing base charges.
But
for our
there's also
employees.
the horse and needs camp. Even though they're
Yes.
shut down right now, those, if we had to provide water.
If we had to provide water for them, yes.
they'd
But the
be
Bureau
paying for
knows
that.
if we're pulling water when we shouldn't be pulling water, because they send us a nice little nasty grant.
Of course.
So, okay, that was it on.
And then, they want to establish a permanent committee for the Centerville contract. That was one thing that we discussed as well. Establishing a joint committee once the ad hoc committee is terminated.
So perhaps meeting quarterly or once a year.
Quarterly, maybe once a year, maybe every 6 months.
Yeah.
We talked about once a year and maybe once every 5 years, I thought.
Once a year, yes. I'm not sure about 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure about 5 either.
And then we talked about identifying all the meter locations. But the heart of it is we're getting the administrative expenses done. With that, we'll present that at the February 9th meeting. And then once we lock that in, the rest kind of will fall in place. That's it.
All right. Any questions on the contract at all?
Comment. If I can.
Sure.
I had a chance to sit in as an alternate at the last meeting, and I was very much impressed with how diligent both general managers and the people in the ad have worked towards getting to where we are right now.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to touch on that real quick, the relationship I feel that I have with the general manager from Centerville And now the ad hoc committee is very good. And I think moving forward, not only with the contract, is gonna be good.
Anything from the floor? Okay, thank you. All right, so number 7, the mid-year budget update discussion. We kind of pointed out to you that it's not accurate, so there's really no discussion to be had.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, general manager's report.
All right.
We're meeting again Monday. Hopefully we'll have some
Yeah,
updates.
we're having a finance meeting Monday. I'll post the agenda sometime tomorrow. I'm gonna be going over my report as well as the treatment plant and distribution. Okay, so operations remain stable with no major unplanned interruptions. The treatment plant produced 172 acre feet surface water in December, producing 2 million gallons a day. No well production. Key successes, we had a pretty good service leak on Newcastle Road, required 189 customers being shut down for 2.5 hours. Pond 2, backwash pond 2 passed its leak test, so that's great. That's coming to pretty much the very end, just finishing up some loose ends on the backwash pond replacement. Morgan Rao earned her treatment plant grade 3 license. Great job for Morgan. Our leak activity has been lower than last year by, from what I gather, I'd say 75% or more, which is great. We had a power control issue that was during, I think it hit on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. We had to bring in external support to assess what it was in the chlorine maintenance room. The power went out for roughly about an hour. Our chlorine level didn't drop below what's required within California state law, so we didn't have any problems there. The water board is aware of the issue. We assessed it. We're still doing further investigation to find out what's truly going on. We're gonna have somebody come in and look at the PLC. And we looked at all the wiring and all that, and that seems to be okay, but the controller might be off. So we're gonna double check that with John Rossi is who we used. We're doing more chlorine maintenance, an instrument pump replacement, valve work, meter reading, and CPR training that we just did today for some of the guys. Overall operations, there hasn't been any major service interruptions besides Newcastle, which was only 2.5 hours.
Are you moving into distribution?
Yeah, I'm just including it in here, yes.
Okay, before you get into distribution.
Yeah, I still have that down here.
Okay, I have some questions on water treatment if I can.
Sure.
So when you reach the end of your.
Oh, okay.
On that.
All right, yeah.
Before distribution.
Okay. Routine activities gone as planned. Crew did great with weather-related challenges. Treatment plant. Distribution system. These are repairs. I already talked about those.
So stop. He wants to ask a question.
Yeah, I'm coming down to distribution itself.
Oh, okay,
I'm just including a few things.
okay.
I'm gonna move on to the financial overview and progress update, like we were talking about earlier. I have kind of more of I'll assess that better. As part of our ongoing efforts to enhance financial transparency and accuracy, I am addressing discrepancies identified in recent reports, including inconsistencies in revenue, recognition, expense classification, and the mixing of cash and accrual basis accounting. To provide a clearer picture of our actual cash flow, and liquidity, we are providing a cash basis reporting for monthly statements. So we're going to include that with our monthly statements, as requested by the Finance Committee. This will focus on real monies collected and spent rather than billed or incurred amounts, making it easier for the board and committee to track reserves, grants, and operational funds. We're also actively hiring external accounting help to review and restructure our QuickBook setup, resolve systematic issues, and ensure compliance with auditor requirements.
So I just want to follow up on that financial part with you. When we were doing our reviews, the auditor, the big auditor that audits us every year, said it had to be under accrual method. So that means, like with our base rate, it says that we've collected $200,000, or that's what we billed out. That's what it has to show. But in fact, maybe we only received $150,000 because we've got people that haven't paid on time. When we look at our monthly P&Ls, it looks like they're cash and not accrual.
Yes.
So that is throwing us for a little bit of a loop too. So I don't know, we haven't been able to clarify it with the accountant yet on that part of it.
I'm gonna be moving on to the ops report.
No, we're gonna
Oh.
go back.
I still have the questions on the water treatment plant.
Oh, yeah, that's coming. Yeah, sure.
So, I'm assuming when that chlorine room had the issues, the power failure,
Yep.
an alarm went off. So
Well,
they knew about it.
that was the other part of the issue is when we changed the passwords,
You see it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
what's that?
Well, I just thought on on your executive summary,
Yeah,
you talk about it, but
included it,
it's
sorry.
actually further down.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I can hold off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
But I can change that and ask one question then.
Sure.
We have a generator there. Do we have a transfer switch? So if it recognizes a power outage, generator automatically kicks on?
I don't know if it's tied to, directly to that because it's not connected to, from what I gather, to the MCC itself. So I think the MCC, the chlorine room is a separate, from what I understand.
Separate
from
breaker, the whole, it's
Yes.
not a sub panel instead of
Yes,
off of the main. Okay. I understand. So we'd almost have to have a separate generator just for
I think
this.
so, yes.
All right, so that is an issue. All right.
Okay, so ops report.
Okay. Ops report. Okay, administration, there are 189 accounts that are 121 days delinquent, totaling 62,871. There are 76 accounts that are 90 to 120 days delinquent, totaling 4,134. There are 201 accounts that are 60 to 90 days delinquent, totaling 10,885. There are 341 accounts that are 30 to 60 days delinquent, totaling 23,830.
I'd like to make a comment.
Sure.
Whatever you're doing, thank you. Because that is really, I mean, it's bad, but it's great. I mean, it's
Yeah.
from what it's been in the past.
It's like 50%
Emily
of the week.
Yeah.
Emily and Mark are
I appreciate the work, but for some clarity, are any of the improvements on the account numbers due to liens? Or
Yes.
turned over to collection, so they come off of the report?
yes.
So only one has gone to collection so far. They take one and they have it for a certain amount of time to get established like what we need to give them going forward. And then we can submit more. So I do have a list of more that will go. Part of the problem is lack of signed contracts from prior staff. Absolutely no information, even if they do, they just put their address and name and signed, which is hard to put someone in collections when you don't know anything about them. So they'll probably
The good
all
old
be
days.
begging you for some write-offs in the
Like
next 6
ketchup.
months.
Or liens on the property. Maybe.
Liens are on the property, but these were the old ones that we were talking
I
about,
know.
the two, yeah.
About 2 years ago, we wrote off 85,000 of bad debt.
I won't give you that much, I promise. I'm tracking it.
Emily's doing.
I didn't like it
Too
then.
much, yeah.
And I don't want it again.
No, I want a paycheck each week.
Not each week.
Well, I'll take it each week.
And we
Okay.
get a discount.
So aging, 121 days plus, for December, 220 accounts, 80,380 for January, 2026, 189 accounts, it's 62,871, so that's a difference of 31 accounts, $17,509. 90 to 120 days, in December, there was 93 accounts at 6,280. January, that dropped to 76 accounts, 4,134. Difference of 16 accounts, $2,146. 60 to 90 days. In December, there was 191 accounts, $14,636. January, 2,001 accounts, $10,885. There was 10 accounts, but a difference of $3,751. 30 to 60 days, 493 accounts, $38,086. January 2026, 341 accounts, $23,830. That was a minus of 152 accounts and $14,256. Totaling,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
to interrupt. Is there a chance that we can periodically get a clarification of how many active accounts? I believe it's 2651, but then we also have a certain number of accounts that have a meter on their property and are charged the 1081. Can we get counts of those two periodically?
sure.
Most of
Yeah,
those
thanks,
that are
yes.
long-term out are probably those types of accounts,
Okay,
the 1081s.
sure. Totals for December, 997 accounts, 139,382. Total accounts for January was 807, total of 101,720. And the difference is minus 190 accounts, $37,662. Comparison of the accounts arrears between December and January shows a notable overall improvement. It decreased by 190. We already talked about that. I'm going to be moving on to treatment plant operations. Treatment plant produced 172 acre feet surface water. Clear Creek used 110.59 acre feet in December, with a total for the water year 25-26 of 2,638.59 acre feet. We didn't use any well water. This is the report from Brandon and the treatment plant. Staff has been busy with routine maintenance, monitoring, and operations of the water treatment plant. The water treatment plant is currently producing 2 million gallons per day. Staff installed a decanter, sprinklers, hoses, and new sprinkler heads in Pond 2. Prepared Pond 2 for the leak test and filled Pond 2 with raw lake water. Pond 2 successfully passed the lake test. On 12/21, heavy rains and runoff caused treatment staff to use the emergency overflow into Pond 2 to prevent Pond 3 from overflowing into the dike. The rain and runoff raised the pond level at a rate of 1 foot per 2 hours for 3 hours straight. This event caused high NTUs in Pond 3 and operational challenges for staff. Department of Drinking Water was notified and aware of the situation.
What does NTUs mean?
It's how you measure the clarity of the water, turbidity.
Turbidity?
Yes.
On 12/25/25 at 02:30 hours, the treatment plant experienced multiple failures: chlorine building control panel PLC power failure and alarm call out failure. Both failures were separate issues. The control panel PLC power failure lasted an hour, and power was restored on its own. It was restored.
Did they discover a reason for that failure?
That he kind of talks about it here. From what I gather, they're not 100% sure. That's why they think it was possibly the PLC, but it needs to be reevaluated, the PLC itself,
Right.
because they didn't find any electrical problems.
No surge or anything.
No. This caused the plant to shut down due to low post chlorine alarm, so the plant shut off because of the low chlorine alarm, but nothing was sent out was in violation. The call issue was a software problem, was corrected with the help of PACE. Treatment worked with the Department of Drinking Water and submitted a report about how low the chlorine shut down. How low chlorine shut down. John Rossi did an assessment on 1/6 and submitted a report to the district regarding the control panel PLC failure. The report only indicated the power failure was isolated to the control room. To better understanding potential underlying issues that would cause the same failure would require John to do a more thorough investigation.
And is he doing?
Yeah, we have him coming in. Due to the alarm call-out failure, we had to remote monitor or man the treatment plant 24 hours because the alarms weren't going out at that current time. So it was monitored 24 hours a day on Christmas or 12/25/25 till the 28th. And we reestablished the power outage, got the alarm system working with the help of PACE. Says the treatment plant experienced a power outage on 12/24 and on 1/7/26. We ran the off generator power for a combined 21 hours. Staff performed first round of chlorine maintenance, as we were talking about earlier. Staff is scheduled for replacing the instrument pump and chlorine room vault on 1/15/26. So that has been replaced as well.
That vault, that's an underground vault, isn't it?
Yes,
I thought that was one that we didn't have access to.
not from what I understand.
Okay, good, because I know some of PACE Engineering reviews on the potential upgrades indicated there were, I think, 2 vaults that were not accessible by staff.
Yeah, according to speaking with Brandon, there's been no issue as far as not being able to access anything that I'm aware of.
All right.
Moving on to distribution. I talked about the Newcastle leak. There's a planned replacement of a 2-inch valve on Clover Lorry Lane for the last week of January. Upcoming activities, meter reading operations will commence next week. We talked about the CPR training. And then I had Morgan and Ben went up to assist Brandon because Jeffrey is on paternity leave. That's it. As far as
On the leaks, did we, you said you were going to investigate in your notes the
oh yeah,
Monte Vista, was that investigated yet?
it was.
It was under number 4 of your executive summary,
Sorry.
ongoing and planned, so I just didn't know when.
Let's see. Number 4. Oh, okay. Yeah, we completed the Bond Boulevard. Scheduled that. Yeah, so it was investigated. We're scheduling it. I don't have a scheduled date for that one, but we did investigate it. Yes, Morgan did.
Okay, cool.
The Clover Lorry Lane, is that a customer's valve? 2-inch only?
It's one of our valves, and it needs to be replaced, which is gonna require a shutdown.
Or the district side of the
Yes.
meter? And they have, I didn't realize we had valves that small.
Yes. For instance,
It's an isolation valve, is it, or?
isolation for the service.
Right.
Normally they put a corporation stop in there, which is connected to the main line, but some of these service lines, for whatever reason, they would put, say, a 2-inch gate valve off of a nipple or, there's a lot of things that are questionable. But,
Yes. All right.
yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Thank you. So standing committees, Ag Committee,
No meeting.
Finance Committee,
Can I tag on?
Yeah, absolutely.
oh,
We will be holding an ag meeting in March. It is a little out yet, but we will have to plan for that sometime in March to generate interest and see what they're planning on doing with the farmer's market. They were looking into possibly relocating.
Finance Committee, we kind of talked about that
Yeah,
a little
we
bit.
did.
We met last
Yeah, we're meeting
Thursday,
again.
and we'll be meeting again on Monday.
Monday.
Planning, steering, anything that you guys have come up with? Personnel, we haven't met with personnel. Pam should be back by next meeting. And she had some medical issues, so she'll be here, next time. So for personnel, we talked about the Centerville Contract Ad Hoc Committee, and we did an update on that. And Prop 218 Advisory Committee,
Yeah, we need to schedule a meeting and get started. I know the financials are askew, but we've got to start taking a look and organizing the committee. Are we going to stick with every 5 years doing a Prop 218 or follow a pattern that some of the other districts are doing to where it's a minor change and with an annual meeting? So that it's not such a fiscal impact potentially to our customers.
Correct.
but just to clarify, you still have to do a Prop 218.
Oh, yeah,
every year.
we intend to do
Okay,
one,
Okay,
but we're gonna discuss and bring to the board options on doing a Prop 218 every year,
okay.
which is a minor adjustment versus every 5 years. I've seen other districts do it. It seems to be a gentler version. And then we've got to get accurate financials to start looking at what the percentage increase is on multiple categories to
Yes.
justify any rate change.
Of course.
We're gonna need information from the board on proposals for possibly increasing reserves to water treatment or distribution or reserves, emergency reserve, which is about $469 only. And what's the appetite of doing something like that? What was the other one? But a few things like that. Oh, and there's been some interest of possibly hiring a assistant GM. What's the financial impact of that? So these are all things we'll be taking a look at, exploring, and then presenting to the board. And that's it.
Okay. Director Terry, anything else?
Nope.
Director Logan?
Yeah, I did have two things. I was just kind of curious, has there been any input from customers about the scheduled outages that they're experiencing for these preventative maintenance items that you guys have been knocking out over the last couple months? Is there a general response? Is it negative? Is it positive?
Emily and Mark do the majority of the phone calls and the walk-ins. Do you have anything to say to that?
No, actually, so as we spew on you guys each month, we've been pushing customers to give us updated contact information, and now we have 4 different ways that we notify. And the last couple of weeks, not a single person has been upset, said they didn't know about it.
There's been a little bit of flack on Facebook, but not much.
I
I've
don't
seen
read
that.
the comments.
Maybe about a week's lead notice or so?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is.
So having a bigger a larger amount of time before scheduling time is beneficial for people. And then, me personally, as far as people calling in to talk to me, I haven't had anybody call in and say anything negative with these schedule outages.
Well, that's great. I mean, it's a pretty tight window that you guys are getting all these done. So
Yeah,
it's
and the guys are really good. Guys and gals are doing a great job.
a good example to the community of what you can do when you're focused. So thank you for that. And then
Absolutely.
the second item that I had is I just kind of curious if there was an update on Mr. Wadley's activities, if there have been.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, so with Mr. Wadley, I spoke to Jim, I would say last week, in regards to talking with Safer. But Mr. Wadley is a important man, and he has a lot of other things that he's doing and whatnot. I plan on having him come to the February meeting if he's available to give us kind of an update on what he's got going on for us. As far as the grants and things like that, I'm taking the initiative to work with Safer and DDW trying to find avenues that we can go down and do that. So I can't really say too much about what's Jim's doing currently.
Okay.
I don't have an update, I guess.
Yeah,
Thank you
that
for
would be
that,
great to get, yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good question. Anything else, Logan?
Nope.
Scott?
Just one thing, we're coming up shortly to the end of the current water year, and we're gonna need proper financials from the water treatment plant for our next water rate. You know, and I know we gotta wait on the Bureau
The
for
Bureau.
allocations and prices,
Mhm.
but getting some accurate information on the chlorine, you know, whatever, all the different items that we have in the rate schedule. So,
Absolutely.
Okay, and I have nothing. Anything from the floor? Any other comments from Dale or Emily?
No.
Okay, we all good? And it is, 7:05. Meeting adjourned.
Hot dog.
Yeah.